comes to Bleach, obviously we are coming near enough to the end of this beta, of course, and then we are going to be well on our way for the full release. Now, with all of that, you know, the question will be asked on who's next. You know, upcoming characters that we know and love, and one of them, which we managed to have a little bit of a playtime with when the game was in its alpha stage, was KENPACHI, of course. You guys have seen some more of an updated version look of him, and he looks like a bit of a menacing type of character. Something that I've already spoken about to say that this is probably going to be one hell of a DPS character. I mean, we've seen how Ichigo works. He's kind of runs it for the red typing. Itsugaya kind of runs it for the blue typing in terms of what he possesses, DPS power wise, of course. And so it kind of begs the question on what this KENPACHI will be capable of, and more importantly, what typing will he be? I mean, typically speaking, there's two typings left, being the orange and the yellow, right? Unless they push him into red, then fair freaking play, I don't know, but I am looking forward to seeing on what they do with KENPACHI, and more importantly, when they do release him, I'm expecting him to be a ruthless character. So with all that being said, as crazy as it sounds, because the game isn't even out yet, but we've got, I guess, a bit of a look on his kit, on what the developers are doing with this character. So in a way, it kind of gives us a look on the foundation, and I guess the role that they're really pushing for this character. I mean, look, we know what KENPACHI is capable of doing, and hopefully they stay true to the lore. So with that being said, let's take a little gander on KENPACHI, on his kit. So, basic attack slash mania. Okay, KENPACHI body slashes the enemy in front, dealing up to 6 instances of a certain something. Okay, so just damage. Damage type, normal attack. How to use, tap the basic attack button. Okay, we know that. Then he's got his Rampage Raid. Quickly tap the basic attack button after dodging, and KENPACHI will leap high and dash to the enemy. Oh, okay, so that's that dodging mechanic that we have seen. Same with Ichigo. If you dodge with Ichigo, he will literally just kind of like teleport straight to, you know what I mean? Well, it looks like a teleport, but like he basically rushes straight to them to do like a chain attack. So that's fine. This attack consumes 200 dodge energy and counts as a basic attack. Fair play. So technique, killing intent, press and hold the skill button, to start charging. While charging, KENPACHI continuously gains ultimate energy, takes reduced damage, and gradually increases his damage reduction up to 90% in 2 seconds. Release the button to unleash a cumulative energy as a sword wave that slashes forward, dealing up to a certain amount of damage, of course. Charge damage based on the charge time. KENPACHI gains damage reduction after the charge. So, to be fair, that damage reduction is massive. I wasn't expecting like that. Usually, in terms of when it comes to with just any game in general, when it comes to an attack that you're kind of building up, you know, the damage reduction isn't anything. Well, it's somewhat in your favor, but 90%. Jesus, yeah, they're making sure KENPACHI is out on the field taking all that hits. Again, that's Loki kind of staying true. I'll give him that. Okay, so that's his killing intent technique. He's got another technique, Malicious Blade Rip. While KENPACHI is in a War Wrath state, press and hold the skill button to slash forward with his Zanpakuto consecutively, dealing damage. During this time, KENPACHI gains 1 stack of Fever, and a fixed amount of Frenzy each time he takes damage at 5 Fever stacks. Tap the basic attack button to instantly unleash a sword wave that deals max charge damage. Oh, okay. So that is the Wrath state. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, fair play. I mean, as long as he's getting that damage in, he's stacking up, and then ultimately that'll allow him to do more damage. Oh my goodness gracious me. But anyway, ultimate full power. To fully embrace the thrill of the battle, KENPACHI removes his eye patch that absorbs his spiritual pressure and unleashes his full power, slashing and with unwavering resolve and dealing damage. He then transforms into a Raw Wraith and enters the undead state, during which he gains interruption resistance. Oh my god, so he's basically He's basically just going to be full on the offensive. So that's how we get the War Wrath state. So it kind of makes sense. So yeah, pretty much just get his ultimate, and then he just goes practically insane at that point. Kendo of the End is the I assume that's going to be his secondary ultimate, just like how Ichigo has his 2 ultimates. While in the War Wraith state, Kenpachi gains a frenzy over time. When his frenzy reaches 100, the ultimate button will be activated again. Tap it, and Kenpachi will hold his sword and with both hands assume a kendo stance and unleash all accumulated frenzy in one fatal slash, dealing a certain amount of damage. This attack doesn't consume ultimate energy, and the War Wraith stat ends after that attack. Makes sense. Okay, so he's basically got like an Excalibur type of an attack right there that we've seen already, so fair play. Counter, Kenpachi counters the enemy attack and strikes back with a slash, dealing damage and entering the undead state. What is the undead state? I want to know what that does. Okay, interesting. Dodge, use flash step to avoid attacks right before they hit. When perfect dodge is triggered, inflicts true time freeze for 1.5 seconds, during which Kenpachi gains a 15% speed, I assume, and a 25% movement speed. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Oh, okay, damn. Okay, so he can, not only is Kenpachi going to be staying on the offensive, but my man's going to be quick as hell. Okay. And then looking at his core passives, oh, this is where things get interesting, I think. After releasing a technique, counter-attack or final strike of a basic attack, Kenpachi enters the feather for 5 seconds. Okay, so what is that? Oh, so feather, Kenpachi's... Oh, so this is the feather buff. Kenpachi's next basic attack becomes a chain slash, swinging its damage type to a special attack and increasing his special pressure charge rate by 100%. While a chain slash is active, tap the basic attack button to consecutively to greatly increase the slash speed. Feather ends once a chain slash is released. Oh, so that's what it does. So he is basically furthermore in the offensive streak of things. Okay, interesting. Enhancement passive, what's this? Each slash of a chain slash increases Kenpachi's special attack damage by XYZ for 10 seconds, stacking up to 7 times. That is huge. To be fair, if he's got some form of, I mean, well, it depends on what his final kit is like, but if they do kind of commit to doing some form of chain attack in a similar fashion of Ichigo, then there are like some chain buffs that we can apply through stamps and weaponry that will be hugely beneficial for this Kenpachi if like chain attacks does come like a dominant thing for this character. But right now on screen I'll put on the gameplay that I experienced with Kenpachi during the alpha days, so you know, but for the most part reading his kit, I think it is somewhat similar to what I had my hands on when I was using Kenpachi, of course. But from what we are seeing, yeah, this man is going to be full on offensive. Again, this isn't, we don't know whether or not if this is going to be his final kit. I assume not, since we've still got technically, as of right now, as I'm recording it, a month left before, you know, the game releases. So, and even when the game does release, I assume Kenpachi will probably be like the second or third banner on release, because of course we still have Hitsugaya, who's going to be, I assume, the next character releasing after Holification Ichigo, who is going to be the day 1 banner, of course. But Kenpachi is going to be, I truly do believe, because again, we've kind of already seen him, I suspect that he will be one of the first, well, one of the first few characters to release within the game's release time of 1 to 2 months in between, I'll say, somewhere around there. But yeah, no, Kenpachi looks strong. I'm very curious to see what typing he will be, right? Obviously he'll have his Urahara universal love, so can't go wrong with that. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see on what typing he goes into, because yellow typing is solid. To be fair, now Yoruichi Loki kind of holds it down, but I suspect he might be pushing into the orange typing, because I think orange typing heavily relies on, I mean, to be fair, it's either going to be orange or blue, because orange and blue typing Loki need more firepower, because Hitsugaya is going to hold it down, Yoruichi's holding it down already. Yeah, I suspect it's going to be one of those two, unless things change. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just wanted to go over Kenpachi's kit And yeah, definitely going to be an absolute menace when he releases. I'm sorry, the fact that he doesn't even get interrupted and he's just going to be full on slashing away, that's going to be crazy. So I am expecting some Excalibur type of damage here with this beast of a character.